action. Start with Pacers Celtics. Game 2. Here we go. Kyrie Irving went off in this one. Game high 37 points, including that fadeaway right there in the fourth. But under a minute left, Pacers leading by 2. Al Horford blocking Bojan Bogdanovic. Then on the other end, Jaylen Brown finds Jason Tatum in the corner for 3. Celtics up 1. 15 seconds left. Same score. Tatum to Gordon Hayward. Celtics win 99-91. They now have a 2-0 series lead in this one. Here is Kyrie Irving after the game.
It felt good. It felt good to be here in this position, playing in this arena. You know, it's just been a long journey from having those 2 knee surgeries and watching the team last year and finally getting a chance to lace them up for the Boston Celtics in the NBA playoffs. It's nothing like it.
Well, this is certainly a more relaxed, a kinder demeanor from Kyrie Irving than we have seen in the last couple of weeks at the end of the regular season when this team was struggling and trying to find their way back on track. How impressive, CUC, was Kyrie last night?
Very impressive. I think that for the first time that Kyrie's been in Boston, that this looked like his team. And he was playing the type of basketball, and for a number of different reasons. I think he's in the best shape that he's been in since he was in Boston. You could see that last night, almost playing 40 minutes. And the intensity for which he played at, I didn't think he was going to be able to maintain that after having a great first half. He was able to maintain that into the third quarter and finish him off with a great fourth quarter. So his ability now to be able to dominate the whole game compared to Celtics going to stay around, and then Kyrie is one of the best finishers that we have, closers that we have in basketball. Because last year, before he got hurt, that's what they talked about. This year, when they played some of their best basketball with him on the court, that's what they've talked about. But Kyrie Irving's a superstar. He can dominate the whole game. And for me, the first time, it was like this franchise was his. And I hadn't even heard until just now the sound bites coming after the game. And he talked about playing in this building, playing for this team, you know, because them and the Lakers have the most storied history in the NBA. And to me, he finally, even though he didn't request going to Boston, he finally started to understand what Kyrie Irving in the Celtics green, what it could mean playoff time. So very impressed with how he played.
Kyrie was absolutely sensational. This was one of the best playoff games of his career, because this was the first great playoff game of his career where he had to be the guy, where he didn't have the guy playing alongside him, and they would have lost without him. Him playing as well as he had 37 points, and they're trailing with a minute left. They could have lost despite how well he played. He was brilliant in every quarter. It wasn't just the closing finish. He had 9+ points in every quarter of the game. He was consistent. And credit to Brad Stevens, because they were down 12 at the very start of the fourth quarter. The Pacers hit a 3. They then went ice cold. They hit a 3 to go up 12. Stevens stuck with his rotation. The Celtics go on an 8-0 run before Kyrie checks in to cut it to 4. And then Kyrie himself goes on an 8-0 run to turn a 12-point deficit into a 4-point lead. He was great, and the Celtics executed down the stretch in the final 2 minutes when the Pacers fell totally apart in the final couple minutes of this game. That's how the Celtics won this game and prevented the Pacers, who could have won, from stealing home court advantage.
Look, 2 weeks ago, the narrative surrounding this Celtics team was, sure, Kyrie's putting up great numbers, but this team doesn't seem to win when he's on the court. Can they flip a switch and make a run in the playoffs? Now you've seen 2 great games from Kyrie, who somehow has gotten the whole team involved. They seem to be on the same page. CC, are you buying that Kyrie and the rest of the team can now make a run?
It's going to be hard for them to make a run because, I mean, the Pacers were in control of this game. The Pacers could have won this game. Now, I like the way Kyrie was playing. I like that basically him and Tatum, they're going to take most of the shots for the Celtics. If they stay, that's the way they should be. They're 2 best offensive players, and you'll have Horford. He'll have a good game.
Things are going to start to change there because he will have a game plan that he will be able to sell through Rich Paul, because he gets along very well with Rich Paul, right? They got along famously in Cleveland.
He don't get along with better with Rich Paul as LeBron get along with Rich Paul.
Okay.
Who you think get along the best, Chris?
So I'm going to remind everyone, just for the record, it's going to cost Anthony Davis about $90 million to leave New Orleans. And if he's good with that, I'm good with it.
He's great
It's
with it.
a lot of money to stay.
Get it out here in L.A.
And I'm going to remind everybody, Drew Holiday is really good.
I agree.
He is really a good two-way
And really
guard.
stay hurt.
Okay, but when he's right, he's really right. And Julius Randle was a monster this year. And again, they're going to have to keep him. But if they keep him for something, all of a sudden, I still think there'd be one more slot in there. So what if you could get one more superstar?
Skip, you're gonna have
what if you could?
Hold on, you're gonna have AD on the max contract at 5 years, 250
Yeah, but
or
you get to
240.
keep him.
Okay, you got Holiday who's on a max. What you think Julius Randle gonna give him a hometown discount? He's
So
gonna
you
get
saying
maxed
this
out.
summer they sign a free agent?
What if they did? Because there's some quirky superstars on the market this time. What if that number 2 up in Toronto just said, you know what, I want to
He
play
ain't
with
going to
Anthony
New Orleans.
Davis. I'm just saying. What if he did?
I mean,
okay, what if he did?
yeah. If Kawhi Leonard went there, I
Okay.
think they could probably keep him. But
All right,
I just
so
don't see
what
that
if they
happening.
pull that off? Would you not like that? And by the way, they have a lottery pick this time. They do have a lottery pick. I'm just saying, they do. So all of a sudden, you'd be looking at this team like, oh.
But
Why-
Skip, this is unrealistic
No,
stuff.
it's
You
not.
know
No, it's
Kawhi
not.
Leonard is not going to New
Okay,
Orleans.
well, I don't know that because who knows what he might
He
do.
didn't want to stay in New Orleans. He didn't want to stay in San Antonio.
Well,
One thing I will
does he want to play alongside Anthony Davis? He
play
might.
alongside.
What I will say is this, Skip. I do agree. Look, I look at their roster, and I don't think it's nearly as bad as apparently Anthony Davis thinks.
Yeah, you're right.
I think Julius Randle is really good. They traded Mirotic, but I thought he was valuable.
I did too.
They have a problem in their training, and maybe Griff will get rid of that. But their strength and condition, guys are hurt too much.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, Drew is really good. They shouldn't have let Rondo go, but maybe Griff can get that type of point
Maybe.
guard in. Alfred Payton was all right when he wasn't hurt. I mean, so I hear you on that. Like, I don't look at the roster but as that bad, but AD still wanted to go.
One out.
Like, if AD wanted to stay, they went to the second round of the playoffs 2 years ago with the same batch minus Rajon Rondo, but you brought in Payton to replace him. A 50-game stretch where they went 22 and 28 convinced Anthony Davis, this isn't the place for me. We don't have enough. That tells me he just doesn't want to be there.
Okay. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Is it a New Orleans thing? Does he just not buy into the
I mean,
city?
I love
He
New
might
Orleans.
just
I've been
want
to
a
New
bigger
Orleans.
city,
you know,
or-
beignets. Ooh, them beignets.
You know what? I love New Orleans. Is it the
Love
same
it.
after Katrina? I don't know. Did it lose some of its
It's not
sparkle?
L.A. It's not L.A.
Well, okay.
It's not New
Definitely
York.
not LA, but it has a lot of flair.
Yeah, but
There's a lot of
I
Anthony
think
Davis
he
don't care about
does,
flair.
regardless of what he's saying publicly, I think he does want to be in a big market.
Yes.
I really do.
Yes.
Okay.
Whether it's a New York and L.A., I mean, Boston, he's saying he doesn't
What's
want
that
to go
grin
there.
for?
God. At the end of the day, you know what?
You
They
have
don't-
to trade for him. You can't just
But
snap
Chris,
your
you know what
finger.
they did? A lot of people have gone out of their way to put mountains in front of us.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, when it's all clear, he gonna be able to look from New Orleans and see clear to L.A. That's where my destination is.
Okay. David Griffin is not going to get hijacked in some trade.
No,
He's not.
We wasn't trying to hide. We wasn't trying to hide that Dale Demps. He was trying to pull one over on us. Give us 4 first rounders
He
and
was-
yada yada.
He wasn't trying to do
He was just
anything
saying,
with
no,
y'all.
no,
right.
no,
He
no.
was like,
Yeah.
look, here's the thing. Griff is, as much as he gets along with Clutch and Rich Paul, he's not going to try to do the Lakers any favors. He is not going to do that. They may have to pull off a 3 or 4 team deal to get Anthony Davis. And right now, who in that front office is capable of doing that? Teams don't want to deal with Rob Pelinka. So
That's
you're
what
going to really be able to put together a 3 or 4 team deal
That's
that
what-
can get other guys in?
That's what Jeannie needs to understand. She keep on
Right.
talking about this Rich Paul and this LeBron and Clutch. You need to worry about that. Magic Johnson laid it out. There's a lot of backstabbing, a lot of talking behind that's unnecessary. You need to worry about what you got.
But you don't think Anthony's having second thoughts? Like
No.
he's watching the negativity, the fallout, the toxicity, saying, do I really want to live in that?
Yeah, he want to live in it. Because I think he got a place out here, too.
Maybe.
He's got to at
So,
least.
so why would David Griffin say at his opening press conference, Rich Paul is genuinely excited about this situation?
Yes.
Wow. Is that a lie?
Because you know
Is it a
what?
lie?
No, because he's in a win-win. He's the agent. AD gonna get paid regardless. He stays there, he gets 240, he moves on, he gets 190. So he can't lose, and plus, he's gonna get the shape. He's like, look, I'm telling you where my guy wants to go. Now, y'all, listen to me. I'm the captain. My guy wants to go to L.A. Irish. He wants to go to L.A., David Griffin. Now, do us this solid, and somewhere down the line, who knows, I might be able to do you a solid. You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. That's how
Rich
business
knows
works.
he has somebody that he has a relationship with now that he can deal with. And you're right, Griff's not going to do him any favors, but if there's a reciprocal favor Rich can do down the line for Griff, maybe that'll happen. Rich is a businessman, too.
Yeah.
And he kept that relationship with Dan Gilbert from that letter on to the time they signed LeBron.
And then
so he's a businessman.
And guess who might be up on the Clutch Sports in about a month?
Who?
Number one from Duke. Oh, Zion.
I thought you were going to say you.
So did
Oh,
I.
Zion.
It's like, why are you
Oh,
talking
wait a minute.
about your manager?
No. I can't do nothing for Rich Paul.
That's what I was thinking.
I can't do nothing for David Griffin.
Yeah.
But we might get old Zion. And if you want us to stay there, do us this solid.
We'll just have to see about that one. Chris, thank